Good morning, my dear friends.
Xinye Company welcomes you very much. Now I will lead you to visit our grease factory through a video. My current location is Fanxian County, Puyang City, Henan Province, China. This is a county-level highway. And our factory is located on the east side of this highway. This road in front of us is specially built for our factory. From here, we can go straight for 1,000 meters to reach the factory. What we see now is our factory's parking lot, which can park various vehicles and can accommodate more than 100 vehicles at the same time. Passing through the gate, you can see the company's North Square, which is a very large area. Its main function is to load and unload goods and hold large-scale group building activities. Now you can see the process of loading and shipping lubricating grease. Our factory was founded in 1989 and has been engaged in lubricating grease OEM services for 35 years. We provide OEM services to many the world's top 500 enterprises. The factory covers an area of 100,000 square meters and currently has 128 employees, including 35 senior technical engineers. In 2022, we achieved an OEM output of 38,000 tons. This is the R&D Center, the sole provincial level of lubricating grease professional technology engineering center in Henan Province, and also the production, teaching, and research base of many universities. The first floor is a brief introduction to our strategic partner, Xindepai Hengmei. This is the company's introduction, and this is the development history. Here is the product introduction and brand concept. On the right is our R&D conference room. Along the stairs, we enter the second floor. The second floor is an important area of our R&D center, covering an area of 2,000 square meters. The R&D center is a manifestation of our factory's core competitiveness and a key to product quality control. The first room is the infrared spectrum analysis room. Its main function is to predict the structural type of lubricating grease through infrared analysis of various elements. This room is the lubricating oil analysis room. There are a lot of additives here, both solid and liquid. Debugging some lubricating oil samples are carried out here. The next room is the grease analysis room. Its main function is to analyze grease and debug samples. This is a thermostatic calibration chamber for lubricating grease. Mainly used for grease coin penetration testing. You see, this is the grease that is being cooled, and coin penetration is one of the most important indicators of lubricating grease. The two rows of equipment that are working now are called 100,000 times stroke shear rule, which is filled with grease. It needs to be sheared 100,000 times strokes, and the mechanical stability is predicted by the rigidity changes before and after 100,000 times shearing. The equipment you can see from the left is high temperature and high shear detector, grease corrosion tester, grease copper corrosion tester, corrosion evaporation tester, grease roller stability tester, constant temperature water washout, grease pressure oil separation tester, grease bearing leakage tester, grease water spray resistance tester, lubricating oil filter ability tester, Lubricating oil air release value tester. Lubricating oil CCS apparent viscosity tester. This is the kinematic viscosity measurement of the base oil, which can detect the kinematic viscosity indicators at 40 degrees and 100 degrees. Now you see is the sample storage cabinet where a variety of products are stored, including raw materials and finished products. Its main function is to facilitate product traceability in the later stage. When product quality problems occur, the reserved raw materials and products can be analyzed as soon as possible. These two equipment are lubricating oil pour point and freezing point analyzer, which are important equipment for analyzing the low temperature fluidity of base oil. This is a grease similar viscosity tester, which is an important equipment used to detect the low temperature fluidity of grease. This is a full-bore anti-wear testing machine. It is an important equipment for detecting the extreme pressure and anti-wear properties. It uses full steel balls of the same diameter to judge the extreme pressure and anti-wear properties of grease through friction marks. What we see now is the grease dropping point tester. The dropping point of grease is an important manifestation of the temperature resistance. The dropping point is being detected through the oil bath dropping point equipment. These testing equipment are all relatively advanced and professional. Now we will enter the grease production workshop. Through this corridor, we will enter the grease production workshop. The whole workshop is very grand. The interior layout is very reasonable and perfect. Innermost side, there are 130 tons base oil storage tanks, then followed by saponification kettles, blending kettles, homogenization equipment, and degassing equipment. After degassing, the lubricating grease is transferred to the right side for cooling. Usually it requires 24 hours. The total area of the workshop is 6,000 square meters, with 10 sets of saponification kettles, 26 sets of blending kettles, 26 sets of degassing tanks, and 16 sets of homogenization equipment. The workshop can produce 300 tons of grease every day. What you see ahead is the working control room of the grease production workshop. Next door is the meeting room where we hold weekly meetings about grease. With my camera, let's take a closer look at the entire production process of lubricating grease and feel how it is produced. The large round tank is the storage tank for base oil, adjacent to which are 10 sets of saponification kettles. What we see now is a triple mixing pressure saponification kettle, which is undergoing saponification process, and heating and stirring are being carried out in the kettle. Now we are going to take a look at the blending kettle. The saponified grease must be transported to the blending kettle for the blending process.